Assalamu alaikum my dear students, hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIBS Homeschool. This is Muhammad Emdadul Haque, Assistant Teacher of Mathematics, National Ideal Universal School, Day Shift. Dear students, today I am going to conduct a math class of class 8. Our today's topic is Theorem-4 from chapter 8. Dear students, this theorem you have learned before. Today I am taking the repeated class on this topic. Okay, dear students, let us see the theorem. Theorem 4. Two diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. Two diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. Dear students, here in this theorem it is said that we need to prove that two diagonals of a rectangle are equal and the diagonals bisect each other. We need to prove this. Okay, dear students, you know that to prove a theorem, at first you have to write the general enunciation, then we have to write the particular enunciation with figure, then we have to write the construction if it is necessary to prove. After construction, we have to write the proof of this theorem. Okay, in case of theorem we have to follow the steps to prove. Okay, so we can write here general enunciation at first. It is required to prove that two diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. This is general enunciation. Okay, now particular enunciation and figure, or we can write proposition. Particular enunciation. What is particular enunciation? To write the particular enunciation we need to draw the figure. So draw the figure here. First draw a rectangle here. We can write here A, B, C, D is a rectangle. As we have to draw two diagonals, BD and SCB2 diagonals. These two diagonals intersect each other at O. So we can write the particular enunciation. Let AC and BD be two diagonals of the rectangle ABCD. AC and BD be two diagonals of a rectangle of the rectangle ABCD, which intersect each other at O. It is required to prove that the diagonals are equal. It means that in first case we have to prove AC is equal to BD. AC is equal to BD. In first case we have to prove that AC equal to BD. And we have to prove that again the diagonals bisect each other. It means that we have to prove that AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. So we can write here AO equal to OC or CO. We can write any one. AO equal to CO and BO equal to DO. As we need to prove that the diagonals bisect each other. So now we have to prove. To prove this, no need to draw any extra part here. So no need to write the construction part in this one. Okay. Now we can start our proof. Dear students, as we need to prove that the diagonals bisect each other, it means AO equal to CO and BO equal to DO. And you know that every rectangle is a parallelogram. What is parallelogram? Parallelogram means a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. It means that AB and CD are parallel, AD and BC are parallel. As opposite sides of rectangle are also parallel, so we can say every rectangle is a parallelogram. And we know from theorem 3 the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So we can write the diagonal of a rectangle also bisect each other. So in first step we can write every rectangle is a parallelogram. So, as we know, the diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. So, diagonals of rectangle also bisect each other. So, we can write here AO equal to CO and BO is equal to DO. This is done for the reason. We can write here justification, that will be diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. For this reason, we can write this as every rectangle is a parallelogram. Now step 2, I think part 2 is done. Part 2 is done here. Now we have to prove AC is equal to BD. To prove AC equal to BD, we need to compare two triangles. In step 2, we can write in triangle. Which triangles we need to consider? We need to consider triangle ABD and triangle ACD. ABD and ACD. If you want, you can consider other two triangles, suppose ABD and another one ABC. You need to consider any two triangles to prove this, including two diagonals. Okay. Now I'll take two triangles ABD and ACD. These two triangles I will consider. Triangle ABD and triangle ACD. If we consider these two triangles, what we will get? If we consider triangle ABD and ACD here, AB equal to CD, AB equal to CD, AB equal to CD. What is the reason? The reason is, what is the reason? The reason is the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Okay, now we can consider AD is the common side of both triangles. AD is a side of triangle ABD and AD is a side of triangle ACD. So we can write here AD equal to AD. This is common side. This is common side. Now we can consider the angle included by side AB and AD will be this angle, and as ABCD is a rectangle, this angle is a right angle. And again, in case of triangle ACD, the angle included by side CD and AD will be this angle. This angle is also a right angle, so we can say these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal, so we can write here, and angle BAD is equal to angle, we can write here CDA or ADC. We can write ADC. BAD equal to ADC. BAD equal to ADC. The reason is both the angles are right angle. Both the angles are right angle. As ABCD is a rectangle, and we know every angle of a rectangle is right angle. In this region, these two angles are equal. So if we say now these are two sides and this is angle included by these two sides of a triangle ABD, and these are two sides, angle included by these two sides is ADC of triangle ACD. So we can say these two triangles will be equal. According to the theorem, side angle side, it means that in class 7 you have learned that two triangles are said to be congruent. Two triangles are said to be congruent when two sides and their included angle of a triangle will be equal to the two sides and included angle of another triangle, then these two triangles are congruent. So we can say therefore triangle ABD and ACD, triangle ACD are congruent. As these two triangles are congruent, ABD and ACD are congruent, and we need to prove that AC equal to BD. From these two triangles we can say BD equal to AC or AC equal to BD. We can say AC is equal to BD. Therefore AC is equal to BD. The proof is done here. The proof is done. As we need to prove AC equal to BD, so we can write here proved. Dear students, I hope you have understood the solution or the proof of theorem 4. Okay, dear students, so keep practicing at home, avoid by your parents, stay home, stay safe. See you again. Till then, salam.